Hey there, thanks for joining me. We're going to get started by taking our gift box and locating that seam and just gently pulling it apart. And we'll flatten the box and select where we would like our e-cutter to be cutting. So I'm going with right here. And I did position it a couple different ways on my silhouette cutting mat. But what I found was it was about the center of my mat. Now you're seeing me place it here, but I ended up having to shift it over because part of my box was hanging off the side of my cutting mat. So I'm going to shift it over, and the paw print is just going to come where the 6-inch horizontal crosses the 6-inch vertical. So I'll put a picture of my screenshot for my silhouette over on my blog. So if you're curious what that looks like, you'll see where I've positioned my little polar bear paw. And so I'm just using washi tape to secure this box down. And that's really just because my mat's a little old. It's not super sticky. And the folds, like where it's scored, might kind of give you trouble. So I ran it through, and I'm gently taking it off. You can see it came off pretty well. I ended up using the heavy cardstock setting. So you can see that all on that screenshot that I was referring to. So sometimes your washi tape will tear your paper. This craft gift box is no exception. So just be careful as you're peeling those pieces off. And then we'll go ahead and get started reassembling our box and embellishing it. Now, you can do this with several different gift boxes that Stampin' Up! Sells. I have another example on my blog, and you can check it out over there. So that tab right there is where we took it apart to begin with. So I'm going to use some sticky strip and a little bit of Tombow adhesive. And even though the sticky strip is really great, I just like to double enforce with a wet adhesive that will bond really well. So go ahead and put your sticky strip on. Just put it on the tab, and you can see how I'm laying my box flat. Lay it flat on your work surface, and then you can fold the two sides into the middle, like I'm doing right here, and that'll really just make sure your box is nice and aligned and square. It's not all wonky when you go putting it back together. So you can see my cutout looks super cute, and this is how you put the bottom of the box together so it looks nice. I'm gonna just stick a little piece of cardstock in the window. You could do like an inlaid die by just cutting an extra paw print and sticking that through. I've done some other inlaid die stuff, so you can check that out. And so I'm just sticking this piece of cardstock in here and letting it dry. And then I'm going to cut a couple other little embellishments, ribbons, and things so we can decorate the top of it. This is the 1 1/4 inch burlap ribbon, which I love, and all my kids' teachers are pretty young, and they love burlap. So I'm going with the burlap, and then I'm punching a piece of this lined paper that I made last week. You can check out the video for that card. And I'm going to pop that up, and a lot of times when I'm putting something on that has different layers, oops, that fell down. That happens. I'm just going to hold that a second and let that dry. And then I just am going to hide this staple here, but I just thought the easiest way to make this burlap ribbon hold in place without getting my hot glue gun out was just a nice staple. So I'm going to finish that up, go ahead and add some ribbon and my tag that I punched out. And as I was saying, a lot of times when I'm adding, see like that tag, I'm adding a glue dot on one side and a dimensional on the other side because it's going half on the burlap ribbon and half on the like directly onto the box. So there's kind of a difference in height, and I want it to be straight and flat. I don't want it to be like extra tall where the burlap ribbon is. So I'm using one of each, a dimensional and a glue dot. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed my video. Have a great day.